Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I have been up to my eyeballs in reading, and I just finished a couple of papers. I was cramming yesterday, and I'm at it again today. So I took a break just to make something to eat here, and probably I'm going to have time for some Cheerios, maybe. Yes, I'm in full college mode right now. And let me tell you, the one thing that I saw today was this trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, is it a gameplay? Probably. A lot of it is gameplay. And it's a $2 billion. Let me say this again, $2 billion bet. Wow. Can you imagine? I mean, did anybody imagine when we were playing, Grand Theft Auto from the top-down view? Or the first Grand Theft Auto, when we were playing Vice City, which is the game that I played the most with my son, my kiddos. And we would just, sit around the TV. Instead of watching TV, we'd watch Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and all the mayhem we could cause. And I would play with my son, and my girls would be sitting around going, oh, my God, what are these guys doing? Blowing up people, shooting. We have fond memories of that game. And think of this, guys. When this game first came out, people were a certain age. When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out 10 years ago, some people that are going to buy it, in 2025, whenever it releases, are not going to need their parents anymore. When they bought Grand Theft Auto 5, they needed mom and dad there because they weren't old enough to buy the game, and now they can buy it themselves, right? It's been generations. And now you have, you're going to have parents that played Vice City or Grand Theft Auto 3, and those parents have kids that have played Grand Theft Auto 5. I know that because my nephews, right, played Grand Theft Auto 5. And here we are, another Crucible, and it's a $2 billion bet on a $10 billion franchise. I don't know anybody who thought back then what this would become. It's just the numbers are just mind-blowing, jaw-dropping in every sense. This has crossed, any barrier that we could have thought of back in the day. And even though people say, many YouTubers, people on YouTube, people on social media always say, I never pay for those microtransactions. In the meantime, all these companies are making billions, and billions. And why would any company spend $2 billion developing a game? Why? Because they made $10 billion. Think of this, guys. If they have a flop and they only do half the business, if they only do 40% of the business, they still double their money. Any investor would be happy with that. Any investor would be happy with that. And that's where this is going. I mean, this is pretty close to a sure bet. And based on what you see, and based on the excitement of people, based on 12 hours, you got 60 million views. Oh, people want this game, and they want it bad. This game, when it releases, it is going to be an event. It is going to, raise eventually the kind of money that we can't even think of right now. Because it's going to be ongoing at least for another 10 years. They know they could get away with it, right? Sure, they're going to do updates and all that stuff that are going to cost money. They have new monetization plans, I'm sure. Are you going to pay by the hour? Are you going to pay by the day? How are you going to subscribe? Who knows? Right? And the internet is full of people that never purchase these things, but, they're going to make a bunch of money. And these are the type of games that set the pace for the rest of the industry. Whether it's Grand Theft Auto 5, whether it's EA with their sports games and their market transactions, whether it's Epic Games and Fortnite, that's what the industry is chasing. And the bigger these successes, the more commonality you're going to see in titles. And that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Because everybody's looking for that home run blow. But there's already a Grand Theft Auto. There's already a Fortnite. There's already all these franchises. And this is the world of video games that we live in today. Quite a different world than the world that we started in, right? Quite a different world than my kids were playing in. This is the types of amounts of money that just boggle the mind. And the industry is going to reflect that here pretty soon. And let me tell you, the funny part to me is that, now that my kids have kids, right? And they have to monitor their kids' video game playing. They're a lot more conservative than I am. They're a lot more conservative than I was, because I was letting my kids, play Vice City with me, and we would sit around the TV and just watch it like we were watching a video show. It was pretty cool. There were some great times there, blowing up helicopters. We wouldn't do anything over the top, but we'd be creating quite a bit of mayhem. And there was a lot of nights where that was on TV. That was the form of entertainment that we were all sharing together. We weren't playing in television. It was my son and I playing, taking turns, and the girls would watch us, and, we would have good times. And I'm sure, one or two people may do the same. But when you talk about these games and these type of generations and these type of years, wow. I mean, it never ceases to amaze me how far we've come from where we started. And when I think about video games today, as opposed to what it was yesterday, I'm not sure that it's better. It's not better for me, but it could be that I'm just old, right? Old people like their things. To me, Vice City is good enough. Vice City is great. I'll play it again. Shoot, I would play State of Emergency again. I love State of Emergency on the PS2. But these are different times. People have different tastes, and we live in a different world. We just have to adjust. All right, humans, I have to get back to my homework. I have to write a couple of responses here, and I'm trying to do some paperwork early. I'm trying to do some essays early that I have to turn in because, I want to have some free time for the holidays. So I'm going to cram here. I'm going to deliver some memes to you, and I'll do a couple of these when I can. But right now, I'm just bogged down in homework, to tell you the truth, but we'll keep on cracking. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.